Experience the tradition as you are greeted by royalty along streets filled with vibrant shades of gold. Join us for the Daffodil Festival's 76th annual Grand Floral Parade from downtown Tacoma, Saturday, April 4th, live at 10:30 a.m. For additional airtimes, visit us on the web at tvtacoma.com.
Good morning and welcome back to Cityline. This is our last segment, and with me I have the program called Where Rails Meet Sales, and I have a lovely individual. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Chad Hagedorn. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure to have you in this seat. You are a musician, the producer and owner-operator of a Tacoma recording studio called Gray Slade Music. And I was talking to you about how you got that name, and it's after a painting that was called Green Slade.
Yeah, there was a painting that caught my eye quite a few years ago of a man with several different arms, and the name of the painting was Green Slade, so it always stuck with me. And when I formed my studio, I have many different hats and kind of a jack of all trades, so I kind of named the studio after the painting a little bit, so I changed it a little bit to Gray Slade.
I love that. We were discussing earlier your background, and share with our viewers your background in terms of how you came to Tacoma.
Well, I guess I'd have to say that started when I was going to school at Central Washington University in Ellensburg in the early 90s. Mm-hmm. And I met some others there who were music fanatics like I was. Mm-hmm. And you know, we got together and decided, hey, let's learn how to play music and maybe start a band. So we went ahead and did that, and we played some shows in the local area out there. But then we graduated, and we kind of went our own different ways, and we all settled on the west side of the state. So we were able to kind of get back together and get more organized, and we started a band again called Terra Firma, and we played out in all the local areas in the Puget Sound area from 95 up to about 2000, and that's pretty much how I got my start.
Okay, and since 2000, well, let's back up, because when you talk about having many arms and wearing many hats, you didn't originally start out to own a recording studio called Gray Slade. You were going to be a
correctional officer was the original plan.
There we go.
That was the, you know, the safety career that my parents always warned me that I should have, you know.
The real career, because as a backup musician, right.
Exactly. But the music bug took, and I ended up learning additional skills outside of music facilitation through audio engineering and things like that. So I made that the priority.
Okay, so let's talk about what is When Rails Meet Sales.
Okay, well, I have a project, and it's called the Happy Vanishing, and we released an album called Where Rails Meet Sales, and it's sponsored in part by the Tacoma Artists Initiative Program, and basically it combines different styles of music, including folk, pop, rock, ambient, and it combines two different types of music too, computer-generated sounds and acoustic instruments like piano and guitar and things like that. And basically, it's just the final product of a year and a half of work, and here we are talking about it.
I love that. And here we have, oh, here it is on the monitor here. As we're looking at this, describe to me how the Tacoma Artists Initiative Program helped you complete this project.
Well, one of the challenges of the Tacoma Artists Initiative Program puts out is somehow promote Tacoma and somehow get Tacoma involved in the art you're making. And visually, I feel that it's easier to do. You can paint something from Tacoma or take a photograph, but I wanted to do something a little different. And I asked myself, how can I incorporate music and bring Tacoma into that? So the idea I had was to go around town and record sounds, just basic sounds from Tacoma, different ways and different styles and things. So there was two ways to do that. One was to sample sounds from Tacoma and make it musical. And for an example, I actually went to one of the sky bridges that overhangs I-5 and actually recorded the sounds of traffic going underneath the bridge. And then I went back to my studio and converted those sounds into percussion sounds. So you're actually going to hear cars as traffic as percussion in the CD. Another way that I did it was to actually record basic ambient sounds. Like I went to the waterways, recorded waves, nature, and things like that. And I actually included those into the CD as well to create atmosphere.
Incredible. So what other musicians were involved in this project besides you?
I had the fortune to work with some of Tacoma's best musicians, and there's a few of them I'd like to make sure they get some credit. There's Laura Arellano. She's from Tacoma, and she contributed with vocals to 4 tracks and some lyrics. There's John Walker, who's with the band John Walker and the Hitchhikers. They play out all the time, and he laid some keyboards for a couple tracks. Dave Miner, who's an excellent jazz musician. He's in a couple projects. He has a solo project, and he's also in Free Jazz Tacoma. Then there's Brandon Fowler, who is the lead singer for a band called Mercury Rising, and he came in and laid some vocals for a couple tracks. And then there's Kate Monthy, who's a dancer by trade.
Yes.
And she's with
MLK Ballet.
That's right. And
she's beautiful and incredible.
very talented.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was lucky enough to have her come out, and she did some background vocals for one of my tracks.
So she can sing also.
She can do everything.
She's a gift. She is.
She's great. And those are the people that helped creatively, and then there's a few others which helped make the album possible. One is Mark Bjorkman, who started Grace Laid Music with me back in 2000. Alan Kozer, who supplied some software which was needed to make this project possible. Of course, the Tacoma Artists Initiative Program made this possible, and of course my wife, Michelle, who put up with all this.
I love that. I love that. We were talking in the green room and I said, who do we have to thank? And I have to tell your wife, Michelle, the first thing out of your mouth was, well, my wife.
Absolutely.
And I thought, oh, what a great husband. So after all of this, now I'm thinking, how do I get a copy of this?
Well, there's a few ways, and the best way is to go to my website, and you can actually download it for free.
How generous of you.
Well, you just go to my website, gracelaidmusic.com, and you can download it. It's all in MP3 form, and it also comes with the artwork, so you can actually print the artwork at home, cut it out, and actually make a CD at home.
Okay.
You can also purchase a hard copy if you wish, and you can do that at my website as well.
Okay.
And there's one more place you can get it, and that's cdbaby.com, and you can purchase a copy there as well.
Okay, so I'm thinking about, first off, I would rather pay for it because I want to put food on your table. And I know you have a family. What other services does Grace Laid Music offer that I would be interested in once I get on that website?
Well, the goal of Grace Laid Music was to become a one-stop shop for musicians. So essentially we do audio recording, but we want to offer all the services that musicians are looking for in one place, so they don't have to go to several different companies or whatever. So they come in, they can record, but they can also have their band photo taken, because I dabble in digital photography. Any action shots, that can be done as well. If they need graphic design for flyers or for their CD or something, I can do that as well. If they need a website, I do web design. So I kind of dabble in everything, so they can just come to one place and have it all done at the same time.
Nice. So really one-stop shopping.
Exactly.
That is incredible. And plus you have, I mean, I don't want to discount this, the wisdom in the years of working in the industry, being a part of bands, to really understand the process and the triumphs and the hurts and pains that go along with making a living when you are only in a band.
Absolutely. You know, the School of Hard Knocks. I've been through it, and I can sympathize and empathize with other musicians. Absolutely.
I bet. So what other projects do you have in the hopper that you want to share with us?
Well, I have a follow-up to Where Rails Meet Sails. I'm working with many of the same musicians from that last album, and it's going to be an EP, about 6 songs, and we hope to have that completed by the end of summer. And I'm also in a band right now called Dicroy, and it's an experimental 3-piece instrumental rock band, and we're putting together a full-length album right now, and we should have that done by the end of summer as well.
And boy, you're a busy man.
I try to stay busy.
I guess. So where do the proceeds for Where Rails Meet Sails go?
Yeah, every cent actually goes to the Humane Society, Pierce County and Tacoma, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, not just a part, all of it, so.
You are incredible.
Oh, thanks.
I love that, I love it. Okay, so we have less than 2 minutes. How can people contact you?
The website's probably the best way,
Okay.
so gracelaidmusic.com.
All right.
They can call me at 671-0929.
All right.
Or they can send me an email at chad@gracelaidmusic.com.
All right. Well, we will look forward to hearing, Where Rails Meet Sails 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, just keep going, okay?
Okay.
As Tacoma evolves, this CD has to evolve as well.
All right.
All right, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here. Well, on a programming note, I want to tell you that TV Tacoma continues the tradition. We will have live coverage of the Grand Floral Daffodil Parade from downtown Tacoma this Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m., and that will be April 4th. And we have heard we're going to have great weather, so you don't want to miss that. Well, as always, it is a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We have given you some great inspirations and programs to think about and to be part of the tapestry that we call the City of Destinations. Go out there and make it happen, and definitely, please pay it forward. And when you get done, come right back to us. We'll be waiting for you right here at Cityline. Take care.
Princess on a morphine pill. Is it us who can't accept her? A perfect one that's hers alone. Years away from the icy castle, a frozen raindrop on her face reminds her of her great existence. She'd rather be in any place. Each day there's a new beginning, one that's never quite the same. It's a never-ending story, another chapter, another page.
Coming up next on TV Tacoma, Cityscape, and later Inside Tacoma.